Yes, folks, we ran over your cat. You know it, I know it, the cat certainly knows it. But we have great news. We investigated ourselves. Thorough investigation. And we have come to the conclusion that we were not in the wrong. The cat, however, was doing things it should not have done. You know you can trust us. You know the cat trusts us. And now after this very thorough investigation, we leave it up to you to pick up the pieces. As always, the American Fork, Utah Police Department, we're looking out for you, but not your cat. Now, everybody, all of you cogs in the machine, get back to your lives, folks. There's nothing to see here. Return to your homes and your jobs and your lives. And please, don't picket us. Don't come and protest. Don't keep making videos and whining about, like, you know, your cat and other things that we might have done, things that might have happened. Because even if we did do those things, it's not our fault. Look, I don't know where it's all gonna end. Guys, I don't know. We haven't had another response from the American Fork Police Department. Some of y'all are waiting on responses from the LDS Mormon Church. I don't see that happening. But hey, you never know. There is the most recent response from the Bricks Minifigs CEO, Ammon. That's all just a load of hogwash. That is all nonsense. That is just him trying to save his business. Hopefully there's some like board of directors that can remove him. If you guys know more about that, please do tell us in the comments. But in the meantime, look, we're going to protest. We're going to do a picket party. If you're available, I'm going up on Monday. That's day after tomorrow from when I'm filming this. I'm going to bring some Lego. I don't know if they'll let me set up a table, but I'd like to have a little table out there in front of the sign, the police department sign. I'm not looking to get arrested. I'm not looking to get ticketed. I'm not looking to get taken down in handcuffs. I'm just going to be there building some Lego. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go earlier in the day because, you know, I don't want to be there in the heat of the afternoon. Like I showed you in a previous video when we were up at the police department, the area where the sign is, it gets toasty, it gets hot. So I think it just makes sense to go earlier in the day. If you are available, please come hang out. Let's do some Lego. I will have a sign of some sort and I'll bring you along when I make that sign. A lot of you said, look, no, we're still protesting, we're still boycotting, and hey, I'm with you, all right? Mama's not going back to Bricks and Minifigs. You want to keep up the fight? I'm right here alongside you, building Lego. I'm not going to be out there being crazy. I'm not going to make a nuisance of myself. I am not going to give them any reason whatsoever to come and knock me down and drag me out, okay? We're just going to build some Lego. What Lego do you want to bring? Are you going to bring just a loose bucket? Hey, that's cool. Are you going to bring a particular set? That's cool too. I have no idea what I'm going to bring. I have several projects that are, you know, piled up and waiting to be done. So I'll pick one of those. It would be best if I could have a table. I am going to go inside and ask if I can set up a table because again, I am not giving them any reason, any legal reason to come and drag me into the building and do God knows what, and then say it was something else entirely. No, we're not giving them any reason. So I'm going to grab one of my Lego sets, or maybe I'll just bring a loose bucket of Lego, and maybe my sign will just say, hey, come play Lego with us until the American Fork Police Department gets cleaned up. I don't know. I'll come up with something catchy. English major here. I'm sure I can figure something out, but that's kind of my plan. That is kind of my plan. I'm thinking like, what, 10 a.m.? And I'm planning on an hour. If you want to go longer, if we're having a good time, if we're hanging out and we're building and we're chit-chatting, you know, hey, and it doesn't get too hot, and the sun doesn't boil us, then we'll hang out longer. You know, bring your fluids, bring some sustenance. I'll have some coffee. my own. You'll have to bring your own. I'm not bringing coffee for everybody, but maybe I'll bring some water bottles and let's hang out and see how it goes. Am I gonna live stream? Most likely, for safety reasons and because, yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I had someone in the comments say something that's very apropos, you know, but yeah, they were like, it's obvious you're trying to, you know, get traction with this whole situation. Guys, yes, at the end of the day, I am a YouTuber. Over on our main channel, the Frugal Family, been there for 9 years building that channel. Yes, I'm a YouTuber. I'm gonna catch a trending situation and I'm gonna run with it. It just so happens, in this instance, it's something I'm very passionate about and something that affects my life personally. So yeah, am I riding the wave, catching the trend and running with it? Yes, of course, obviously. Obviously, mama's got bills to pay and Lego is expensive. But that doesn't change the fact or discount or disqualify me, you know, having valid skin in the game or, hey, bricks in the game. You let me know if you agree with that commenter. And honestly, I agree with that commenter. I'm not mad at them. Truth is truth, which is what we're trying to get to the bottom of here and trying to drag out of the muck is truth and honesty and accountability. So I'll be accountable right to you right now, right here with this kitty cat. Yeah, I'm riding the wave, I'm catching the trend, but I'm also a brickhead and I'm also a longtime Bricks and Minifigs fan and patron. I've spent more money there. You know, I don't want to think about the money I've spent there. If you want to look up, no, you know what? I'll link it in the video description. My Presepe video from a few years ago. We're talking a few $1,000s. If you know Lego, you know what I'm saying. A few $1,000s that was spent at Bricks and Minifigs building this Presepe that Christmas. So just throwing that out there, you know, not that I need to explain myself, not that I need to justify, not that I need to, no. Truth is truth. Yeah, I'm riding this. Absolutely. But I also mean everything that I'm saying. And I am also absolutely a part of this story. Is it incredibly convenient that it's a subject that I am personally involved in and that affects me? Yeah, sure. Yes, it is. Okay, how freaking cute. Oh, look how cute that is. Ooh. But you tell me, does that disqualify me from saying something about it? I don't know. Just thought I'd, you know, touch on that real quick. Okay, but where does that connect? What am I missing? Seriously, what am I missing here, guys? Okay, I must have missed something. Let's go back. Oh, yep, I sure did. Right here. Okay, all right. Don't worry, kitty. We got you sorted. It's a kitty, a kitty. Do, 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 do. Ah, ah. I mean, meow. Okay. And then, look, all we really want is accountability. We want charges dropped, all these lawsuits dropped against RECKLESSBEN, Ben Schneider. He doesn't deserve any of that. Has he done everything perfectly? No, he hasn't. And neither would you, and neither would I if we were in that situation. But does that discount the nobility in what he is doing and what he has accomplished and what he's working toward? No, it doesn't. We want accountability. We want honesty. We want truth. And we want stuff cleaned up and cleaned out for the sake of everybody. Not just Brian, not just his family, not just Ben, all of us. Are you going to be able to join me at this little sit-in? This Lego sit-in? That's what I'm calling it. Yeah, a Lego sit-in. Are you going to be able to join me? If you're here close by, American Fork Police Department, 10 a.m. this Monday. All right, so what is this supposed to be then? Like, what is it? What is this? Is it a food bowl? If it is, there's no food to put in it. It's not a ball. Is it supposed to be yarn? Maybe it's yarn. You know, like, yeah, I'm going to say it's yarn. If you think it's something else, hey, you tell me in the comments. But just like with this whole Bricks and Minifigs saga, with the whole RECKLESSBEN and American Fork Police Department and et cetera, a lot of it is open to interpretation. And a lot of things are not clearly defined. But while we wait for all the dust to settle, all the lawsuits to finish up, all of that, we are going to roll this like it's yarn. But it could also be a food dish. And it so happens we have all of these spare parts to make an amazing little concoction, bon appetit, for our kitty cat. Ah! That was appropriate. That was unplanned, but very appropriate for this whole situation. There you go, kitty. Enjoy.